this is Joanna and I'm back today again with another video for the Alleyway stamps. And today I'm using this really cute stamp set. It's called Flap Happy, and I will only be using the smaller birds today, but I think they are all beautiful. And I will also use this stencil from Tim Holtz. So I'm starting out with my card base, and I'm scoring this as a top folding card, so it's 5.5 and 4.25. And now I'm working off my non-stick craft mat, and I'm just taping my card in place. And then I'm taking the stencil and I'm just securing it with some washi tape, just to make sure that it doesn't shift while I apply the embossing paste. Or this is actually modeling paste, but it's kind of the same thing. This is just a little bit thicker. But this modeling paste I bought in Sweden. So I can't link to it below, but if I'm to be honest, I think I like the Dreamweaver embossing paste more. I don't have the Dreamweaver in white, I only have it in silver and gold, but I love that. This is a little bit harder to work with, but I'm trying to get a smooth result, so I'm using my palette knife, trying to even out the surface. And then I'm just removing the stencil. And it's really important to clean up the stencil right away, otherwise you will never get it off. And I'm just using my fingers to smooth the edges, to remove some of the excess of the embossing paste. And here I have another piece of scrap white paper, and I'm stamping all of the small birds. And this first bird, there are two bigger birds and then a lot of small ones. So I'm stamping one standing on top of a small bird standing on top of a big bird, and then I'm stamping the other ones as well. And I'm using Memento ink because I'm going to do some really easy Copic coloring later on. And I'm also going to cut them out. So I'm using only two shades today. I'm using yellow and orange, and also some teal colors. So this is super simple coloring. So I'm going from light to dark. So they have cute bellies that are yellow, and teal heads and wings. And then I'm just using my scissors to cut them out, and I'm leaving a thin white border around them. And now it's time for the sentiment, and I'm going to emboss this, so I'm using my anti-static tool there to prevent that the embossing powder sticks to everywhere, so it only sticks to the Versamark. And then I'm stamping my sentiment, and the sentiment is a little birdie told me, and I'm going to emboss this in white. And I think the sentiment is so cute, and then you can write whatever you want inside. You can write a birdie told me it's your birthday, so happy birthday, or congrats on your new child, or a birdie told me you're sick, so get well, or you can really use this for almost everything. And normally I do a lot of banners when I do my sentiment strips, but today I wanted to create a branch, and I don't have a die that looks like a branch, but this is really a really easy shape, so I'm just using my pencil to draw in a branch around the sentiment, and then I will take my scissor and cut them out. And I don't want it to be straight, so I'm wiggling my scissors a little bit to make it a little bit more interesting. And I don't know if you can see it as well on camera, but I actually draw two branches at the bottom. But when I cut it out, I decided I only want one branch on the bottom. So I only want one of them. So I just cut the other one off. And this is the same width as the card base. And just to make it a little bit more interesting, I'm using a sponge dauber, and I'm using my black distress ink. This is Black Soot, and I'm just inking up the edges a little bit. And it was a little bit too much color on my dauber, so I just took some of it off on this scrap piece of paper, and then I'm just inking up the edges of the branch. So, and of course, I could have used brown paper to make the branch, but I wanted it to match the birds, and then I thought that gray would be better, so that's why I used gray. And now I want to use my corner jumper to round the bottom two edges. And this is important. You can only do this if the embossing paste is really dry. And I have already prepped my branch, so I just put some 3M foam tape underneath there. And then I will use my grid lines to make it straight on the card. And then for the cute birds, I have these really tiny foam squares. So I have put a lot of squares behind the birds. So I'm just placing them in the order that I think I will like them. And then I'm just removing the backing and place them on top of the card. And I think this one with the little bird on his head is so cute. So here is the last one, adhere to the front of the card. And here I'm thinking, I'm not sure if I'm going to use a wink of Stella, but I thought about it, and yeah, I'm going to use a wink of Stella. So I'm addicted to that thing. So I'm just painting all of the birds with my wink of Stella to get a pretty shimmer. And then the card is done. So if you are interested in any of the supplies that I used in today's video, they are linked below or over at my blog. So thank you guys so much for watching and take care. Bye!